Grandpa farmed down on the bench in between Herman and Blair. This farm came up. First they rented 80 acres and then they bought the 160 where we're at today. My mom and dad lived up on the hill in Burke County, which is right across the road. But since I was 3 years old, I've lived there my whole life. Family farm, we were a dairy farm till 2000. And at 2000, dairy prices were a little bit tough, so we decided to go a different route. We still farm. We also run an auction and real estate business, but the farm is where our heart has always been, that's for sure.
We raised two girls, Penny, our oldest, and Kaylee. And Penny and her husband Mike live down by Plymouth, Nebraska, and have 3 children, Henry, Edie, and Mary. And Kaylee lives in Omaha and works on a produce farm in Carson, Iowa.
I guess as you look around the farm, we do a lot of different practices. We do filter strips, we put in a lot of terraces, the corners for safety, pollinators. We just do a lot of different things to try to conserve our water and our soils, because when you're a farmer, I think that's very important. But we've no-tilled for over 25 years, I think now, just trying to keep the soils in place. We've been doing a lot with cover crops, which is new to us. I mean, the first time we did it, you know, we weren't really sure if it was going to work, but believe me, it works. We had torrential downpours last spring in the state of Nebraska, and where we had cover crops, the soil held. When it comes to filter strips along the creek, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. We plant 100 feet alongside the creeks, and maybe for you that doesn't work, but you need to leave somehow to slow down the sediment of soil getting into the creeks, your chemical that runs off to getting into the creeks, and just preserving our water resource that we have in the state of Nebraska. Leta and I both enjoy just watching wildlife. We've planted shelterbelts back when Penny was in high school. We've got cover for nesting, we have cover for winter. It's 2 different covers, 2 different grasses, but if you put all the pieces of the puzzles together, you're going to have some birds, you're going to have some quail, you're going to have some deer. It all kind of goes hand in hand, and then all of a sudden you have songbirds start to show up. As far as the pollinator projects that we have on the farm, and we have several. We have the corners for wildlife, that's a pollinator project, and also for the safety of the corners. We have several other different pollinator plots. We have a pollinator plot that we just put in last fall up on an abandoned place just to the east of us here. Leta also has honeybees up on the place now, and the butterflies that we see are just unbelievable at times, the amount of butterflies. And that all goes into as far as pollination of corn, soybeans, or whatever crop you're raising. You need those pollinators to have a successful pollination. Yeah, I got started with Pheasants Forever. God, that's been a long time ago in Burke County. I'm down in Washington County now, but they're kind of the voice for wildlife and for the sportsmen in our country. I don't know how many kids we've taken through youth mentor courses throughout the years.
My dad's always been big into hunting and wanting to carry that forward for future generations to hunt. Hunting and fishing is his passion in life. Maybe that started when Kaylee and I were in 4-H age, and we got into this wildlife habitat management program, and they were actually our 4-H leaders. It just kind of has evolved from there.
Ed's always he does everything with a passion. He doesn't really do anything halfway. He's always really good about taking time. And, you know, if somebody wants to go down to the pond and go fishing, he'll drop what he's doing to take those kids down there to go fishing. And it's just always been fun to watch him.
I'm really proud of my parents. I know a lot of farmers do what they can to take care of, you know, the world around us, but it's really neat to be able to tell others that my parents have pretty much done everything that they can to make sure that they're giving back to the water, the soil, all of the resources here as much as they're taking away to survive.
As far as the Leopold Award, when we got the call that we were one of the finalists, I didn't know what to say. I mean, they were talking to Kaylee and I was over there speechless. So to think that what we've done here, and I guess we just did it because we thought it was right, I don't know. But it is an honor, and we are very humbled, both Leta and I, that we were nominated for this award. The whole conservation effort, through your NRD, your NRCS, your FSA offices, I mean, we're just a small part of the puzzle. If you don't have those people to help you out, where are you going to go with this thing? But if you implement the practices they give you, hopefully you can turn the farm, whether it's to our kids or the next generation or whoever ends up on this farm, they're going to have a good farm to farm.
You know, we only own it for a little while, and I think we need to keep that in the back of our minds for the younger generation.
That's really why we've done everything we've done on this farm. It's just to pass it on to somebody, whether it's our kids or somebody else's down the line.